Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And today's lesson is Remo by Annie Marks. And I've done it on a circle and I've done it on a bookmark, and I haven't quite finished this one. But you can see how fun it is to do either straight or in the round. So I'm going to demonstrate it in the round because I think that a lot of times people are afraid to do. How do you know if you're going to get it right on? So I'm just going to take one of my round tiles and I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to put myself a border around here. So I've drawn a border and it's not perfect. And then I'm going to go inside and I'm going to draw an inside circle. And it doesn't matter if it's not exactly round. Don't be afraid to just try to draw a circle. And now we're going to do Annie's Remo. And it just starts out with kind of a petal or a rice kernel shape. And I'm just going to do them back and forth so they meet. So they meet point to point. And I'm not measuring. I'm not marking off. I'm just doing them back and forth. We'll see how we come out. I think we're going to come out okay. Now you can see they're not exactly, 100% perfect, but it really doesn't matter if they're perfect or not. And I love this, has lots of possibilities, and I will link you to Annie's step outs so that you can do it on the description and in my blog. So now I'm going to come back in and I'm going to do a little, what I call a little crescent moon shape in each one of the points. So they will alternate back and forth and you get a little crescent. That's just the beginning of the crescent moon that Annie's put in here. And I love how it just really anchors this tangle down. That little part where she fills in, it just kind of evens it out and anchors it in. And you can go in and you can, if you've got any little edges that aren't quite perfect, you can color those in. And you can see that I just move the tile. I'm really not moving my hand. I try to get in the most comfortable position for me to draw, and then I just move my tile around. It's a little different when you draw on a big piece, if you're working on a big piece, but I usually give myself room that I can turn whatever I'm drawing on so that I can have the most comfortable position. And there we have our last one. And you can see how this is starting to just take shape. Now, when I did this in the round here, I just continued to do little arches over my crescent moon. But I love a lot of drama in my tangles, so I'm going to do another little rice kernel in between there, and I'm going to fill it in. Annie does that in one of hers, and I find that that's just my preferred embellishment for this. And so you can just, again, go alternating back and forth to get this. And another, I'm going to go ahead and aura over these because I like how that looks. And I'm going to do it on the bottom part too. So you can see how you can just kind of change that to the look you want. Now on this particular one I did 2 lines, and then I did Remo, and then I came in and I just did a little fine lines down through the center. Just to fill it in for a background, because I wanted to anchor it down. And backgrounds tend to do that. You can see it that I even did it down here, but I could just as well have just done it in that those center ones. So you can see how fun that is. Now we can shade this to give it some depth, and I'm going to take this one because I didn't do any shading, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of shading right around this outside curve. And I'm just using my pencil, and this is going to give it some depth. And then I'm going to do the same thing on right on the outside of here, just and then here. Then I will take my shading stump and I will blend, soften that edge going in, and so you can see how that really gives it some depth. Now for shading on this one, I think I'll just shade in here along that edge, and make sure you leave a little white or a little light. Don't get it all gray, because then you'll lose that depth. So I just take my pencil and put a little bit, and I always like to see, you can see what a difference it makes from when you shade to when you don't shade. It makes a huge difference. Have fun with Remo by Annie Marks. It's a great tangle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. Check the links below for ways to support this channel, and have a great day.